Watch this. If I move this one node, everything under it moves automatically. That's exactly what Node2D does in Godot 4. And almost every 2D game starts with this node. In previous video, we learned about basic node, but node itself doesn't exist visually in 2D space. Node2D fixes that by giving us position, rotation, and scale. Let's start from scratch together. I'm creating a brand new 2D scene. Notice something important. Compared to a regular node, we have transform properties. Now watch what happens when I change the x position. Let's say I change it to something like 100. See this node? It moved. If I change it now to 200, it will move ahead. If I do it 300, it will move further ahead. I can even drag and drop it. So if I drag it like this, you can see the x and y values are changing. Similarly, if I change the y value from here, say 100, you can see it moved down. If I change it more to, let's say, 300, it will move further down. This is why Node2D is useful. It actually exists in the 2D space. Now I'll revert the position of the Node2D and I'll add a sprite node to it. Now I'll assign an image texture to it, make it a bit smaller. Okay. As you can see, the sprite 2D is a child of node 2D. So if I move this node 2D, the sprite will also move with it. But since the sprite is child, if I move the sprite, the node 2D is still not moving. It's at its original position. So if I move node 2D, you can see both are moving. But if I move the sprite, only the sprite is moving. Similarly, we can change other parameters like the rotation. You can see the sprite rotates with the node around the center. If I change the scale of it, you can see the scale changes. If I revert the rotation, revert the position, revert the scale, it all reverts for the main sprite as well. But if I do it on sprite, it only affects the sprite and not the parent object. Now let's revert it and let's add another node 2D as its child. Now I'll move the sprite inside this node 2D. So if I move this node 2D, you can see that the panda moves, which is the child of this. And if I move this node 2D, both of the nodes move. But if I move this, only this node moves, not the parent node. And if I move the sprite, only the sprite moves, not the parent node. Now imagine a real scenario where you have a player character. So let's imagine this is a player character, so it's sprite, and you would have something like a collision shape inside it. Let's set it to a capsule shape. We'll learn about this nodes later in the series. For now, just follow along. Okay, and if I add something like area to it, we make it a child. So as you can see, there are multiple layers to this player. I'll rename it to player as well. So what I don't want to do is move the sprite individually. You can see the collision is left behind, or if I move the collision, the area is left behind, the sprite is left behind. What I want to do is to make this player a complete object. So I have a node 2D inside which I have all the required nodes, and then if I move it, it all works as a single unit. There is also a property called skew where you could just tilt the character like this. It's a pretty cool effect, but it's not generally that used. So that's about Node 2D. If you have any queries, let me know in the comment section. See you in the next one.